Iris, the aspiring Dragon Master, versus Cynthia, the champion of Sinnoh. A battle 10 plus years in the making is finally here as we get Iris's rematch against Cynthia. From dueling dragons to Cynthia's reveal of Mega Garchomp, there were plenty of Easter eggs and hidden details throughout this episode. For instance, you may not have noticed that Iris takes a page out of Leon's playbook when battling Cynthia's Mega Garchomp. Hey Pokemon Champions, I'm Champion Blaze, and this is a breakdown of episode 117 of Pokemon Journeys, the fiery road to mastership. We'll go over all the hidden details and Easter eggs you might have missed during this episode, as well as any references and callbacks. With that said, let me know if I missed anything in the comments below, and let's get started. The episode begins with Iris and Cynthia both sending out their first Pokemon. Iris sends out her trusted partner Excadrill, while Cynthia sends out her Gastrodon. We then get the Pokemon Ultimate Journeys theme song and opening, and to see all of the hidden details in the opening, be sure to check out my breakdown of Ash vs Leon Part 1, where I cover it in depth over there. We then get the title shot for this episode being The Fiery Road to Mastership, which is actually a nod to the title of the second special episode that featured Iris in the black and white anime, being Iris vs Ibuki, the road to becoming a Dragon Master. Ibuki is Claire's Japanese name. Ash mentions how Iris raised Excadrill since it was a little driller. Of course, here he's referring to when Iris told the story of how her and Excadrill became partners, going from enemies to good battling partners, even getting a big win streak until they were defeated by Dragon. They may have had quite a rough patch, but since then they've become even stronger. Go comments how Ash knows Iris so well because of their travels together throughout the Unova region, this of course being a nod to their long history together. Go comments that Ash also knows Cynthia, and Hop just has the most appropriate reaction.
What's with you knowing everybody, Ash?
Team Rocket attempts to stream the battle, and they recognize Iris from all their past encounters, albeit referring to her as the Unova Torbette. But I like how Jessie compliments Iris here, saying she looks good in her new champion outfit. We then get a shot of Team Rocket's Morpeko eating Castelia cones, the delectable treat from Castelia City. Morpeko will continue to eat more treats that reference different characters throughout this and future episodes. In this case, Castelia cones referencing Castelia City, since Iris is of course from Unova. In the Champions Room, Steven mentions how there's a rumor that Iris once trained with Cynthia, which of course is no rumor. This is a nod to Iris's battle against Cynthia when Haxorus was still in Axew. Iris was eager to battle Cynthia's Garchomp, and it served as some good development for Axew and valuable experience for the two of them. This of course adding much more weight to their battle since Cynthia was integral to Iris's development as a Dragon Master. The battle begins and Cynthia starts the battle by setting up with Rain Dance to power up her water-type moves, a trick also used by Ash during his adventures in the Kalos region, although he used it to take advantage of his Guja's hydration ability. Iris in this episode actually has a different voice actor than in her appearance in Thrash of the Titans earlier in the series. In that episode she had her original voice actress, Eileen Stevens, who voiced her throughout the entirety of the black and white anime. But here she has a new voice actress named Anipoke Quiñones, who also voices Nessa in Pokemon Twilight Wings and Rita in New Pokemon Snap. Outside of Pokemon, she's also voiced Crested Porcupine and Kimono Friends, Mirko in My Hero Academia, and Hinatsuru from Demon Slayer. Meanwhile, Cynthia is voiced by Emily Janis, who is also the voice actress for Best Girl Dawn. But she's also been the voice actor of Officer Jenny starting in Pokemon Journeys Episode 3, as well as Matori. Outside of Pokemon, she's voiced Zuzu Boyle, Selena, Rin, and Lulu Obsidian from Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5. The battle continues and Iris strikes first with Metal Claw, and Cynthia responds in such a badass way.
Gastrodon, handle it!
Oh, Cynthia. This tactic is something she would also use against Ash to defend against his attacks as well. Cynthia compliments Iris on her sharp moves. Iris thanks her and says how she's doing what Cynthia told her to do as she thinks back to their battle all those years ago. We then get some appearances from characters we haven't seen in quite a while. This moment marks the final appearance of Draden, and we see Trip, Stefan, and Bianca for the first time since the Unova League, as well as Georgia and Alder, who haven't been seen since the World Tournament Junior Cup. This also marks their final appearances as well. Cynthia then commands Gastrodon to use Muddy Water, but interestingly enough, uses it as a whirlpool. While not exactly a counter shield like how Paul used with his Gastrodon during the Sinnoh League, I'd like to think Cynthia took a few notes on the circular motion he used and applied it to her own Gastrodon's moves here in this battle. The attack does good damage to Excadrill. Cynthia then speaks, and as she does, we get a shot of Flint of the Sinnoh Elite 4 and Volkner, the Sunny Shore City Gym Leader, along with their Infernape and Electivire respectively. They're two of the strongest trainers in Sinnoh, and Volkner was even acknowledged as Sinnoh's strongest gym leader back when Ash battled him in the Ultra class. Flint also battled in the Master Masters Day earlier in the series as well in a battle against Leon's Charizard. Flint has also battled against Cynthia back in the Diamond and Pearl anime at the end of the series, which inspired Ash to get even stronger and say that he'll battle Cynthia one day too, which he does later in this tournament. This also marks the final appearances of Flint and Volkner. We then get a shot of Reggie and Paul watching the match as well, since they're both from Sinnoh and Veilstone City, and of course Cynthia had a major impact in the rivalry of Ash and Paul and their character development. Paul also had a battle against Cynthia early in his Sinnoh journey, far earlier than Ash would ever challenge her. They also both own a Gastrodon. Cynthia then has Gastrodon use Acid Armor and tanks a hit from Excadrill's Drill Run. Cynthia then uses Muddy Water again, and interestingly enough, it actually gets animated the same exact way this move is used in the games. Normally when Surf and Muddy Water are used in the anime, they instantly create a tidal wave rather than a pillar of water, so this is a neat choice. Excadrill plants itself into the ground with its claws and embraces the attack. Excadrill then defeats Gastrodon using the one-hit KO move, Horn Drill. This marks the first time any of Cynthia's Pokemon have ever been defeated on screen. Cynthia's second Pokemon is Milotic. Excadrill attacks with Drill Run and Milotic elegantly dodges it and counters with Hydro Pump, defeating Excadrill. A little detail about Cynthia's character and power is that anytime a Pokemon is defeated or an attack goes by her, she does not flinch. She stands there firm and strong like a badass, and I love it. Nice attention to detail for her character and her status as a champion. Iris then sends out Dragonite, and Cynthia says it's been a while. Cynthia was integral to the development of Iris and Dragonite during the Black and White series, as Cynthia aided Iris and Dragonite after losing to Ash in the World Tournament Junior Cup and gave them some great advice. Dragonite strikes with Thunder Punch and it deals big damage to Milotic, but Milotic then deals big damage using Disarming Voice, causing Dragonite to take a knee. It then wraps itself around Dragonite and unleashes Ironhead to defeat it. But gosh, this Ironhead animation is just gross. Like, what happened to this Ironhead animation? Or even this one? Ugh, look at this. What is this? Just no, ugh. When Dragonite is defeated, she paraphrases her in-game dialogue by saying,
"Now, Dragonite, you're frustrated. I know it because the pain of my Pokemon is something that I feel too."
In the games, her actual line is, "The pain of my Pokemon. I feel it too." Her ace partner Haxorus then hits the field and its voice is actually different compared to the last time we saw it in the series. Here it sounds like this. But previously it sounded like this. Not sure why his voice got changed, but it definitely sounded cooler before. Just another Journey's L, I guess. Iris says how Haxorus was her Pokemon that dealt the final blow for her to become champion. Cynthia doesn't say anything, but acknowledges her strength. Milotic uses his Arming Voice, and Haxorus counters with Psycho Cut. The moves cancel each other out, and Hop mentions how Iris is using the strategy of offense is the best defense, a strategy Ash is known for using almost all the time. Milotic uses Hydro Pump, but Haxorus rips through it with Breaking Swipe and lands a hit on Milotic, knocking it back and defeating it. Cynthia remains unfazed. Milotic returns, and Cynthia sends out her greatest partner, Garchomp. Here, she also uses her signature catchphrase for Garchomp when she sends it out, being Battle Dance.
Fly up and battle dance! Garchomp!
Cynthia starts big with Draco Meteor, and Iris counters with Outrage, which allows it to slice through the meteors raining down onto the field. This is the move Iris most likely planned on using against Ash's Dragonite in the Great Class to counter his own Draco Meteor had Haxorus not been defeated by the overwhelming power and force of the attack. Haxorus and Garchomp exchange hand-to-hand blows, and then Haxorus becomes confused due to Outrage, but slams its head on the ground to nullify the confusion. This is the same tactic she used in her battle against Ash in the Great Class. This is also a tactic used similarly by Gladiion's Lycanroc as well during the Alola League. Iris declares this match isn't over yet and they have plenty of fight left in them. Cynthia commends Iris for her strength and declares that she will use all of her power to defeat her. As the queen she is, she applies some lipstick and reveals a keystone within her lipstick. Iris and everyone is shocked, and then Cynthia mega evolves her Garchomp. We then see Morpeko eating some old gâteaux, this time eating a Sinnoh-based treat. Garchomp and Haxorus exchange powerful roars to show they're ready to give this battle everything they've got. Cynthia commands Dragon Claw and Iris commands Psycho Cut. These two powerful dragons go back and forth exchanging powerful hits one after another. These two dragons are truly putting all their power into this battle, and it's on full display. The battle is now at its climax. Garchomp goes for another Dragon Claw and it's blocked by Psycho Cut, giving Iris an opening to use a point-blank Dragon Pulse to knock back Garchomp. This is the same tactic that Leon used in the first match of the Masters Day tournament to defeat Alon's Mega Charizard X, although unlike Alon's Charizard, Cynthia's Garchomp withstands the attack. Iris then quotes herself from her in-game counterpart by saying, "I'll hone my mind and become one with Pokemon."
I'll hone my mind and become one with Pokemon.
Iris uses her dragon power to become one with Haxorus, almost like Ash's bond phenomenon with Greninja minus the transformation. They're now in total sync and ready to finish the battle with one attack. Cynthia is ready to do the same and commands the most powerful Draco Meteor we've ever seen. Then in one of the coolest clashes in all of Pokemon journeys, Iris fends off Draco Meteor using the strongest Dragon Pulse we've ever seen to destroy each meteor one by one, a true clash of Dragon-type elites. When the dust clears, both dragon types are standing tall, but in the end, Haxorus collapses from exhaustion and is unable to battle. Cynthia is the victor, and Iris thanks Haxorus and all her Pokemon for their hard work throughout the entire battle, and it's just really touching. You can truly see how beautiful their bond is. Cynthia thanks Iris for an incredible battle, and Iris says she'll just continue to get stronger. In contrast to the last time they battled, Iris has grown tremendously and proven herself as one of the strongest in the world. She truly represented Unova well as her champion. Cynthia now moves on to the semi-finals. We then cut to Iris walking in the hallway, and Ash meets her there and tries to comfort her, but it kind of feels empty. Ash lets Iris cry it all out and does say, "I know," to be sincere. You could argue that's all he needed to say, since Iris just needed to let it out, but Ash could have said a bit more to comfort her. I don't know, I just don't really like this scene. But afterwards, we now prepare for the final battle of round 1 of the Masters 8 tournament, Ash versus Steven. Well, this was definitely the best battle of round 1, and it's no contest, with the highlight easily being Haxorus versus Garchomp. But what was your favorite part of this battle? Did I miss any details? Let me know down below, and for more Pokemon battle breakdowns like this, click the videos on screen. Thanks for watching, and a special thank you to our channel members for their extra support. Until next time, train hard, and I'll catch you guys later.